and welcome to another episode of the Weekly Mash, where we get to sit down with some incredible authors and dive into their worlds. Today, we're joined by the amazing Elise McCormack. Did I say your last name right? Okay.
You did.
Ooh, I'm terrible with names. Of The Chosen and the Prince of Defiance. This is a dystopian romantasy, and it is packed with forbidden love, power struggles, and the cost of finally stepping outside the box you've been forced into. I'm already excited. Elise, we're so
It's
excited to
Price.
have you here. What?
Price of Defiance.
It's Price of Defiance.
Oh, Price.
You said Prince. It's okay. Honest
I was
mistake.
going to say it didn't make sense to me, but I
Fine.
was going with it. The Prince part, not the Price. Price makes sense, guys.
Yes,
Price
it
makes
does.
sense. I am over 2 on getting introductions or exits with book name.
You were not the first person to do it, so don't worry.
We had an author on a couple weeks ago, and I totally flipped the words in her book, and I'm just rolling with it. I'm like, yep, I got it. I'm good. And Miranda and her are both sitting there looking at me like, are you crazy? You said it wrong. I did not say it wrong. They're like, yeah, you did. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. So The Chosen and the Price of Defiance, guys. Don't be like Ashley. This is where my mom comes into play. And she said, Ashley, you need to write down what you want to say and then follow what you're saying. I said, Mom, I do. It's sitting in front of me.
Still doesn't work.
I know.
No.
It's okay. At least we are excited to have you, even if I can't get the book title right. But we are. Would you
Excited
like
to
to
be here.
give your quick introduction of yourself and the book the book that I am not reading, apparently, because I'm reading a different one?
You're reading The Prince. It's
The
fine.
Prince.
Well, my name's Elise. I am a mom of 3, and I am a marketer for a legal tech company during the day, and I am a indie author by night, because that is when I do all my writing, because gremlins are asleep. I have lived all over the place. Currently, we're living just south of Nashville in Tennessee. I grew up in DC, Italy, and Canada, so I just like to go around. I'm kind of a nomad. So that is me.
I want to be your best
cool.
friend.
And this is my book.
Ooh, beautiful.
Love it.
I just revamped the cover. And so my book is it started as my story growing up in the LDS church and leaving, and it started as that and then devolved into its own thing, which was great. But there's a lot of LDS undertones. It's not exactly in a favorable light, but it's not overly mean either. But I did set it into a dystopian romantasy, just to, get my religious trauma out there for everyone else. So
Well, that's the best thing is it's
that
your
is me.
story.
Right?
You can tell it however you
Yeah.
want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's a great
Just
way to
saying.
process all of the emotions and
Yeah.
all of the memories, good or bad, that you need to kind of just get out there. Yeah.
Spew it out.
Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly what this was. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, that's what
And it is
art's
book
for.
1 of 3.
Yeah. All right. So thinking about the book, we have your main character who feels this quiet pressure to be perfect, something so many of us relate to. Did you always know that theme would be central to her journey, or did it grow as you were writing?
I think I knew it would be like an undertone, but then it just became a really as I went through therapy more, it became a more forward part of her, Neoma. And it was just because growing up in a high control religion and stuff, you are kind of pressured to be perfect. And so I was like, oh, that'll be an undertone, whatever. But it really became an integral part of the story throughout, and it gets really emotional in some places that I didn't think it would go there, but it kind of took a life of its own, which I'd heard other authors say that. I'm like, y'all are crazy, it doesn't happen like that, but it does. It really does. So so yeah, it was not planned, but it definitely happened.
I can say it seems like it was in your favor though, so I'm glad that it did happen.
Yeah.
So you've got multiple romantic interests in the book, but you said it's not a
Yes.
typical love triangle. Spill the tea. What
Correct.
makes it dynamic, fresh, and different?
So it's a wide choose. So I'm not doing like the typical love triangle. There is a little bit of jealousy in the first book because, people are human and there's jealousy, but it isn't like a typical love triangle in the fact that she's pressured to choose one or the other and it's just all dramatic and there's angst and all this other stuff. It kind of just feels natural and just more accepting because she's part of a group called The Chosen and two of the boys are part of a group called The Quotidian, and the Chosen have been told The Quotidian are trash, her whole life. They're not worth it. But then they're forced to go to school together, and she's like, but they're hot. So, and it's not just oh, they're hot. I mean, that's definitely what grabbed her attention, right? But also just meeting new people who aren't have a stick up their ass. So it's just, it's different for her. And so, and in the quotidian culture, polyamory, anything like that isn't abnormal.
Yeah.
So it wasn't seen as something shameful or disgusting like she was taught. So that's just kind of why it's different. It's not like a typical, it's kind of, yeah.
Normally, I'm not a wide choose person. If we're on what, question 2? I'm already game.
I think it just really depends on the way that it's presented.
Yeah, it's not oh, I just want to, have a train run through, but it's there's reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
I think I've just read a lot of white choose, and I'm like, okay, let's do something else. I think that's why.
Maybe.
But girl, I'm already game.
Dude, my first white choose was also a dark romance, and it was Den of Vipers, and I had never read dark romance or white choose, and I just jumped right in.
You instead of tipping your toe in, you were jumping in the pool.
I just cannonballed in.
Yeah.
That's the best one to start with, I guess, though.
It desensitized me to everything else.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
Yeah.
I think my first dark romance was Haunting Adeline.
Yeah.
I still haven't read that.
Ooh boy.
Killing me, Smalls.
Yeah, that's a must read.
I know.
When you get a chance.
I've heard both sides, so I'm worried. I'm am I gonna hate this? Do I need to read it just because it's not the greatest, but also fun
sides too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and she loved
but it was worth it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I will have to put
You'll
that
have
on my
to let
list
us know how it
because
goes.
I've been
we want to know
waffling.
how you feel about it.
Yeah.
I feel like if you liked Den of Vipers, if you did, then you'll like Haunting Adeline and Hunting Adeline.
Okay, cool.
So
okay.
That's
and I did. I mean, I liked it for what it was. I wasn't this is a masterpiece, but yeah.
Right.
So...
No, Haunting Adeline to me was a masterpiece.
Oh. Wow.
Somebody can
I don't know that I would go that far necessarily, but that's probably just because dark romance is your niche reading genre. And I like dark romance, but it's not the thing I go to every single time I'm reading. So
no, I'll eat it up anytime.
All right, back to you.
Yes.
If Neoma had a playlist to get through seminary life, what 3 songs would be on it?
So actually, I have a playlist on Spotify,
Ooh.
but I think the main, the number one would be Losing My Religion, but not by REM. There's another person who does it, and now I'm blanking on her name. It's a cover, but she's great.
I just heard it come across Spotify the other day. I'm trying to remember who it was.
It's great. It's way more haunting, and I know, I really like it. This is a really hard question. It's not, but there's so much music. Here, wait, let me pull up my
Best way to do it. So I can see. But then you have to dwindle it down. That's the problem.
Yeah, I can do that, but I don't. Where is it? Nope, wrong one. There we go. Okay. Okay. So All the Good Girls Go to Hell by Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
And Control by Control.
Yes. I love that song.
Oh, those are good ones.
Mm-hmm.
How you know a book's going to be great is by the playlist. Just saying.
And Belle Sing is the one who does Losing My Religion.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Perfection.
I'm already fired up.
I'm going to be going on Spotify. Ashley always has this thing where she always buys the book when we're done, but I always go on Spotify and open the playlist and add them to my stuff. So that's what I'll be doing.
And I don't even wait until we're done. I'm normally trying to do it when you can't see me.
While
she
you're
looks all distracted, and
so
that's what she's doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
That's what she's doing.
It's a bad habit.
Well, my Spotify playlist is in my link tree and on TikTok. So
Sweet.
There you
go. Going after
there you go,
it.
Miranda.
Yeah. Perfect.
Another excuse to get her over to TikTok.
Hey,
She's
I've been
new to
using
TikTok.
it. I have 75 followers now. I'm getting there.
Heck yeah.
Gee.
That's not
Okay,
bad for
the
like
world,
however long I've been on there. I don't know.
bro. You don't even go on there. She's like, I gotta close this. The
Anywho.
notifications are bugging me. She's not logged
Anywho.
into
I
any
feel that.
book mash stuff either because the notifications give her anxiety.
That's why I'm always on Do Not Disturb, so I don't see anything.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Okay. The world you built is rigid and rule driven, of course, because we've already kind of touched on that a little bit. If you had to survive in your own book society for 1 week, which rule would you immediately break and why?
Knowing the context behind the book now, that question seems a little different.
It's a little pointed. All of them.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't good at any of them. But all of those rules are either like blatant rules in the Mormon church or just kind of like a cultural rule. So not like actually like you can't, participate in anything if you don't follow these. But I think the hardest one for me is this like am I able to say NSFW things on this? Because like I am what was, not anymore. I'm now married and boring. But before, I definitely like used to slut it up. So I think that would be the hardest one is just sticking with purity culture, which is what the main theme in this is, because purity culture in general is just toxic. But I think that would be really hard for me. And also just like keeping my mouth shut and like just being a good girl and not talking back. Like I've never been able to do that. So
So our friends.
there was a time in church that we got told that French kissing sends you to hell. And I just said, I looked the person dead in the eye and said, well, I guess I'm going to hell. And I walked out. So I don't, it's just ridiculous. So yeah, that's my problem.
We need to be besties because you and I, same page.
Heck yeah. I always need friends.
Yes. So do I.
Oh
Because my only friends are preschoolers. I'm just kidding. And Miranda.
Yeah, this is our adult conversation.
Yep.
At the end of the day, it's needed.
Yep.
We all need it. Yeah.
Okay, this is one that we always like to ask. If your book was being adapted into a movie and you could cameo as any random background character, who would you play? We actually switched it up a little this time.
Like a tree. I don't know.
I totally pictured like those kid plays with the trees.
Yeah. Literally what I was picturing in my head. Like I'm actually a human. Everybody knows it, but like they just don't address it. Like, I just cosplay as a tree every day. No, I think I would be. So they spend a decent amount of time in the library, probably like a librarian or something. I love books, so just be back there watching them do things in the library, or pretend I don't see them do things. I see no evil.
It was close for today, friends. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to go to the next genre. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. You gotta go over.
Need sanitized over there. Clean up on aisle 3.
Put one of those like caution wet floor.
Yeah, I love it. Tears. I know it's a good interview is when you're crying.
No.
Telling you. Okay. Your genre is a dystopian romantasy. We've already said that too. Which is basically a mashup of everything dramatic and swoony. If you had to pick a mascot for your book, something wild like a dragon wearing lipstick or a phoenix with a coffee addiction, what would it be?
Gosh, that is so okay.
Jeez, Miranda.
Let me think. I need something like chaotic.
A Mormon with a what floor sign?
Say that's pretty chaotic.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. No offense to anybody's religions or beliefs. Or
I don't have hate for the
church.
Yeah, I don't have hate for the church, but I do have dislike for the trauma it caused. I still have a lot of friends who are in, and like I respect them for that. It's just not for me. I swung straight from Mormon to pagan, so it's just great. Anyway, I don't know, maybe like a screaming opossum, like one who's like in a dumpster fire. Like specifically, I feel like that's the vibe. She's just like the whole time, like, what is happening? Because her entire worldview is getting just like demolished. So, yeah,
Miranda, remind
Or
me
that
when we
meme of
make
that dog
the
sitting in the
announcement
burning
clip
room.
that we need to have a wet floor sign and a possum.
Can the opossum be mopping the floor?
Hold on.
I'm dying.
No, I think AI can help me with that.
Oh, I bet ChatGPT could come up with something great.
Miranda's on it.
Okay. Golly. Okay,
Miranda's
if
blushing over there.
I know I'm trying to contain myself. If Neoma could sneak one contraband item from our modern world into hers, what would she choose and what would you sneak in for yourself?
Probably sneak in like a phone,
Yeah.
like multiple, so they don't have to just like to give to other people. So like the guys, so she can like just like text instead of having to like sneak around to try and find them, kind of thing, just for convenience. This is set in the future, but it does not have like phones, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. So, but then for me, I would need like music, so like old school iPod something, because
Yeah.
I don't have music on, I'm going insane. Just get my nano second generation,
Ashley and I had Zunes,
If I don't have
and
music,
nobody else
yeah.
had Zunes. Do you remember the Zune? It was like Microsoft's version. I still have
Yep.
mine.
I had a Zune first. Oh my gosh.
I don't.
My parents, I still have my iPod, the hot pink, like
Yeah.
second generation nano. I still have it somewhere.
I have mine too
and
somewhere.
I don't think it turned on.
So
but
funny.
Yeah.
My Zune got stolen out of my
I remember
car.
thinking like,
I know.
rude.
And it
Yeah.
had like a lot of music on it.
Feel a brick, honestly.
Dude, it was when we lived by you. In the house when we brought Zoe home.
Yeah.
They stole like the DVD players, they stole my purse, they stole the Zune, but then they left like all the money on the seat. Well, we're Eastern Washington.
Okay.
But
Okay, like that makes
Like-
complete sense.
No, I'm like, I don't see Easter. Well, I mean, I only know like Spokane,
that's
but
where
like
we're
I
at.
don't
the
know if
Spokane
that's
area.
We're in that area,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, I have a cousin who grew up there, but like I don't know anything about it other than that's the only
Bad.
city I know in Eastern Washington.
It
bad.
can be. It can be.
Spokane now. But
I grew up in a semi ghetto area in the DC area
yeah.
where like at 16 I had a gun pulled on me,
Yeah.
So and I just
Very-
didn't even flinch. I was like,
Like,
whatever.
cool.
Like,
We're good.
I was in a car and he was like, get out. And I was like, I will run you over before I get out of this car.
Yeah.
I was like 16. And then the cops pulled out of the neighborhood or whatever. And he like ran. And I was just like,
Yeah.
And
Uh,
he was
now, folks.
laughing.
yeah. So
That'd probably be me too. Can you put your
Cool.
foot over that far, that a little bit more that way? Okay. See ya. That'd be me.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about you a little bit. When you're not writing about magical societies and forbidden love, what's something totally ordinary you love doing that might surprise your readers?
I cook a lot.
you?
Like cooking, baking. Yeah. It was like my first love. I should have went to culinary school. Instead, I went to hair school, and it was just a bad choice. I don't do hair anymore.
Don't do culinary anymore. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you change and grow, and
it's
all right.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was like 18, right? And now I'm 33.
Yeah.
So a lot changes in that. Yeah. And I mean, I don't necessarily do this for fun, but I spend my days writing like legal blogs. So I know a lot about law that I never thought I'd know. So
That's super interesting.
so I'm writing all day regardless, but sometimes it's, smutty fantasy, and other times it's very not
Very
smutty things.
So remember, Miranda, if we ever get in trouble, call Elise first.
Come to Elise.
Yeah. Get some
Yeah.
advice. Okay. Oh my gosh. Do you have a quirky writing ritual like a lucky mug, a must-have snack, or a playlist that you always have to go back to?
I always have to listen to John Williams music while I'm writing, or else I can't focus. John Williams has been my most listened to artist on Spotify for the past 7 years.
Wow.
I love movie scores. I used to play the violin. My family's all plays classical instruments. John Williams is like my favorite person. So
Very cool.
that's who I listen to, or else I can't really focus. That's like the only ritual type thing that I have, because I'm very ADHD, so I need to lock in.
Yeah. That's another reason. Reason
By the time I'm writing, the Vyvanse is
Yeah.
out of my systems.
reason 15,733,003 why Ashley could not be an author is because it would take Ashley 1,755 years to finish her 25-page novella.
It's a mood. I definitely just scrapped like the entirety of what I've written for book 2 the other
Oh,
day, because I was like, no, I hate this. And so,
Yeah, we have a
I feel
running joke on the podcast why Ashley would be a terrible author. And we're up to 15 million, so you can understand how serious it is.
it's quite the
It
number.
is quite
Yeah.
the number.
And we're going in order. It's not just random.
By thousands
Well, it
and
is
thousands,
random.
though. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's
an
wild.
exponential issue.
I'm not really that lazy, but I couldn't focus. I couldn't do it. It wouldn't. I'd get like a
Oh
set.
my
Like
gosh.
in high school, for me to write like a paper, it literally took me from point A to point B, like the whole time you have to write. Because Miranda'd be like, "How far are you on that paper?" Because we're in the same classes, even though she was a grade below me. And I'd be like, I'll do it tomorrow." She's like, "You better sit down and at least write like 2 paragraphs, or you're gonna be hating life tomorrow." And I'm like, "Whatever." And then I'd be hating life tomorrow. Not really.
Yeah, no, I was that way in high school too. I don't know when I decided, no, I actually like writing. I think it's when they're not giving me a prompt and I can just write whatever the hell I want. So, I don't like being told what to do.
No, I'm the same
We
way.
didn't catch on to that yet.
No, not at
Not
all.
at all.
We might need to extend this interview a little bit longer to find that out.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Just really dig deep
Yeah.
to see that I have
We'll cut the
oppositional
recording
issues.
and it'll just be the 3 of us, but we gotta investigate this a little bit more.
2 more therapists on my docket.
We got
Yes.
to do.
Completely
Oh, God.
unlicensed and uninsured, but hey,
You know our number.
I'm here for it.
funny.
Okay, if you could host a dinner
That's it.
party with 3 fictional characters from any books that are not your own, who would you invite and what's on the menu?
Okay. Riddick from Fourth Wing.
Oh yeah.
That'd be fun.
I'm a Riddick girly more than a girly. Draco Malfoy. Dante from Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac. So it's
Ooh.
like the prequels to
Heard
Zodiac.
a little
And
bit about
I
that
love
one.
Dante. It's slept on. And what's on the menu is them.
Little Fatalian for
Yeah,
you.
maybe some, I lived in Italy, so I had no issue reading the Fatalians.
I did have to use
It
the
does it for
translate
me.
feature a few times. I did.
It made me laugh so hard when I first saw it. I was like, this is ridiculous, and I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So good.
yeah. I'd pull a Neoma and get my own little reverse harem going on.
Mhm. That was like the best answer
Yeah,
ever.
Draco is for well, thank you.
You're welcome. Now, Miranda, we have an
Draco's
award.
forever
If
the
we
love
ever
of my
go
life.
back and do our award, we recorded like 4 episodes, I think. And when we wanted to have like a Book Mash Awards episode, and me and Miranda couldn't figure out anything to give anybody. Like we loved everybody, but now that
Yeah.
we're doing this like 6 to 8 times a week, you just
Right.
received the award for the best answer to a question.
Yeah, there's your superlative award. Congratulations.
You're welcome.
I love that.
There you go.
And it's just me being thirsty. I love it.
Well, I'll give
I
you the
love
award.
it.
Just kidding. Just joshing.
All right, let's do a
It's not really water.
little lightning round. So just whatever
Okay.
comes to mind, coffee or tea while writing, or something else.
Tea. Oh wait. I don't like coffee, so tea.
I don't like
Man, all you
coffee.
guys do like coffee. Oh my
I think it's partially the Mormon upbringing and partially because we can't drink coffee there. And I don't know. I've never been able to enjoy the
taste is
Well,
taste.
to be fair,
disgusting.
I will do a good cappuccino, but it has to be good.
mine has to be like sweet.
Like it has to be. Oh yeah.
I can't drink like black.
Mine doesn't have to be super sweet, but I will only drink a cappuccino if it's coffee, and it has to be like Italian good, not Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
so I just make tea.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay. Pen and notebook or straight to the keyboard?
Straight to the keyboard.
Nice.
I'm left-handed and my handwriting is so messy.
You mean- what was I trying to say? Favorite time of day to write? You already said that it's like the evening time, right?
Next time.
Yeah.
Like in the dark of the night. It has to be like
Well, with what you're
quiet
writing
in my-
about,
I know. It's a mood.
true.
it's got to be dark. Wink.
Yeah.
Just joking.
Wink.
Which character from The Chosen do you relate to the most?
Neoma.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which character was the hardest for you to write?
Eris, because can I say why? Because she is based. All the characters are based on people I know because this was started as my life story put somewhere else. Eris was really hard to write because she is based on someone who was a friend and turned out to be a horrible person, and so it was just kind of hard rehashing all of that. So you guys, if you guys ever do read the book, every
will read
single
it.
thing that Eris says in the book, the person said to me. So
Mic
it's
drop.
not great. Yeah.
And now you're in a
And,
book for
like,
everyone to read
I don't think she'll
what
ever
you
read the
did.
book, but if she does, she knows who she is. Yeah. I didn't change her name that much. So if she reads the book, she'll know.
I love it.
Yeah. She just called you out, guys. She just called you
Sweet
out.
revenge.
I'm petty.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
100% here for it.
Yeah.
Love it. Do you ever need like inspiration for pettiness? I'll give you myself.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Always.
Villains, do you love to write them or dread them?
I love to write them because I don't want to say why because it'll be a spoiler. I like to write them.
Simple as that. It's all good.
Yes, the villains.
Plotter or pantser?
I'm a plot 100%. If I pantsed, I would be no, it would not be. It would never be done. So yeah, no, I'm a plotter.
I feel like that's kind of like normally we can tell if people are a pantser or a plotter, and I feel like that's a surprising thing for you.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wouldn't have. I don't know. Maybe it was like the straight to the
I like to
keyboard
switch up.
question, but I
Mm.
don't know. That was
I just keep everything in Google Docs, so that's why. Yeah.
if The Chosen had one theme song, what would it be?
Losing My Religion by Belle Saint.
I was expecting that one.
I think that really encapsulates the first book. So yeah.
If you have not heard that song, please look it up, guys. Yeah.
Great.
All right.
And you can take us later.
Or listen to the REM version.
Yeah. Not as good though.
No, it's not.
Well, that's all of our questions. Thank you so much, Elise. It was a blast talking to
was.
you. I always love when we're just like laughing and having a good time. Make sure that you grab a copy of The Chosen and The Price of Defiance. We will have everything Elise, not Prince, Price. We will have everything Elise in the captions below. Elise, can you tell everybody where they can find you and your work?
Yep. So I am on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Just type in Elise McCormack author. You'll find me. My books are on Amazon and Kindle Unlimited. And soon they will be in a little indie bookshop in Michigan.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, and that is where to find me.
Awesome. Perfect. You heard her. Go look. We'll have everything linked so you can go follow. Keep an eye out for all of our future author episodes. What are you winking for?